we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. This is called Angel Lock, aka Taxes Without Death. This is a mono white flyers focusing on angels with a huge amount of tempo in it, meaning that we're going to be slowing down our opponent. We're going to be making them fumble where they need to get things, making things more expensive and making them pay for everything. That's going to be the goal of Angel Tithes on this one, Angel Lock. It is a very, very good deck currently where people are trying to really maximize their speed and efficiency to frustrate the designs of what they're trying to do. So I really like this one. Before we get down into it, I need you to do something for me, though. Is that, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on the stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for our live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places, you'll see us go live, post new videos, hit that notification, become part of Notification Squad. Love to have you there. Yeah. Check out our Discord community for our latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on Moxfield and AetherHub, because AetherHub's not working great right now. So I'm also doing Moxfield as well. So what are we talking about when we talk about Angel Lock? This is a taxes deck. This is a tithe deck. So we're going to make people pay more. We're going to really frustrate everything that we're doing. The most frustrating card in Standard right now, perhaps, is Authority of the Consuls. Aggro, eat your heart out. 1 white creatures your opponent's control enters tapped, and whenever a creature an opponent enters, you gain 1 life. Super anti-aggro tech right there. Gaining life every time anybody puts anything out, and of course stymieing anybody being able to place down emergency blockers, in addition to the fact that they can't haste out. It cancels a lot of the stuff that people do, okay? It cancels a lot of aggro decks and a lot of everything. It's very frustrating cards. Another couple of good 1-drops. We're going to do the Lightstahl Inquisitor right here. 1 white, 2/1 Vigilance, Angel Wizard. Whenever this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Each spell cast this way costs 1 more to cast. Each land played enters tap. So again, a little bit of slowing your opponent down. Slow them down. That one thing, make it 1 more to cast. That's going to get frustrating. That 1 mana, the extra 1 mana they had in their hand, they can't play what they want. Just slow that curve down real quick. Here we have Zora, Spider Fancier, a 1920s style New Capenna flapper who loves spiders. In Spider-Man, this is actually Aunt May. It is a human citizen, 0/2. I just throw it in there because it's kind of fun. It's new. I wanted to play with some new cards, and I like the art. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Solid standard card of whenever something enters, you gain a life. If it's a spider and enters a 1/1 counter on it. We do have some spiders to put into this deck. So it is interesting to put it in because there's a slight bit of synergy. But you could, of course, replace it with any kind of enters, pay 1 life, gain a life deck. So that's a new one right there. All right, so now the next part. Removal, we're very low. You know I'm a big advocate of removal, but man, I really am cutting down on that right there. If you wanted to maybe curve out a Giada for only 3 Giadas, or maybe 3 Voice of Victories and do a 4th kill card, I wouldn't be mad at you. We have a lot of options. Get Lost is a great one to destroy enchantments and creatures and planeswalkers. I'm not really worried about the map tokens so much on that one for the most part. That's going to be our main thing right there. The other thing that we have before we get into creatures is High Noon. 1 white and 1. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Generally, we don't want to cast more than 1 spell each turn. So we're not too frustrated with that. It's not going to really mess us up that much. But it will mess up certain opponents, VV decks, other things like that. So again, trying to go anti-meta on this, trying to go tempo, really kind of slowing down people and frustrating them. Then, of course, we have the ability to sacrifice. It deals 5 damage, and we hit the draw one right there. Really good stuff. That's why we have the Verge. As far as creatures go, we have 4 Giadas and 4 Voice of Victory. Giada is, of course, going to help the angels get in and pump them up, and it helps angel ramp. 1 white and 1 angel, flying vigilance. Each other angel you control enters with a 1/1 counter on it for every angel already out, and you get a 1 white mana for that. That means that our 4-drop angels on the high end here can actually hit the board on 3. If we pay this on 2 and survive, we can actually swing in because she's vigilance, and then immediately tap for mana. Boom, guess what? We have a 4-drop angel on 3, which is a huge advantage when we do that. We're going to talk about some other synergies as well. The other one we're going to have is Voice of Victory. Voice of Victory is a very popular mobilize card. 1 white and 1/1/3 human bard, mobilize 2. But I'm not just doing it for the mobilization. Yes, it has good synergy. It does swing in with those extra mobilization tokens. Whenever you attack, you get those 1/1 attacking warriors that you sacrifice, which is some good synergy with those. We're going to gain life whenever we attack with it as well. We're going to pump up each one, gain life on each one, which is going to feed into Exemplar of Light as well. However, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn is an underrated ability that I think people forget that second type line, man. This would be a good card if it just had Mobilize. That extra little bit of your opponents can't cast spells during your turn, I think is really good. I think is really, really, really solid stuff right there. I like it. Again, frustrate our opponent's designs. Again, get in the way, get in the way. They can't do this, they can't do that. It comes down tapped, it costs 1 more. Little by little, this is how you build like a tithing deck right there as it goes. So another new card we have is going to be Yeren Oski, Weaver and Guide. Look at this old, lovely old grandma with her little spider buddy right there. Wonderful. 1 white and 2 with the end web of 1, 3/3 spider human hero. This is Arachne Psychic Spinner, I think. Arachne is the Spider-Man name for it, in case you're wondering. Another frustrating, another tithing deck. So in web is really good here because you can cast it, return a creature you control to your hand and put this out, which is super cool. So the reason that we do that is if we're swinging in with Voice of Victory, guess what? Those don't get sacrificed till the end of turn, so you can attack with Voice of Victory, return a token to your hand, which doesn't do anything, and basically put her out for 1 white mana. She's a 3/3 spider human hero. She would come in with a 1/1 counter on it if we had Zoroth Spider Fancier out. And you get to look at your opponent's hand, which is extremely useful, just for that information is useful. Then you get to choose a chosen type, other than creature. So you choose artifact, enchantment, sorcery, instant, planeswalker. All spells of that type, including the ones that you're going to cast, are cost 1 more, which is part of the reason that we're not super into casting a lot of instants and sorceries on this, is because we're essentially going to make all spells of that cast 1 more. And again, the more that you make spells cost, the more frustrating it is. 1 more mana is really messing up somebody's curve. You've already hit them with Lightstall. They're already coming in tapped. Little by little by little, they can only cast 1 a turn and it costs more. Little by little by little, you're locking them onto the game. That's why it's Angel Lock. They're just not able to do what they want when you get Yeren Oski. I really like replaying her over and over again. Yeah, because you can in-web her and bring her back. If I have 2 copies, I in-web 1, put the other one back, just so I can keep choosing or changing what it is, and doing that over and over again. So super good card right there. Avon Interrupter, probably the MVP of this deck right here. The quote-unquote white counterspell. 2 white and 1, 2/2 flash bird rogue. Flying whenever this creature enters, you exile a spell and it becomes plotted. You stop somebody from casting the spell that they want to cast on the turn that they want to cast it. Insanely good. So if they're going to run a board wipe, guess what? You do Avon Interrupter as a flash. You say, you can't run that, it goes back to your hand, and next turn you can cast it for 2 mana. But that gives you 1 more turn of being able to do something with it, and 1 more swing in, so you've frustrated their plans. You do this once or twice, and people are going to be really frustrated, especially if you set it up like, oh, they have an instant in their hand, or they have a sorcery and they want to play it. You know, you choose instant, you knock it back to their hand, and then instants cost 1 more as well. So they have to pay twice for a spell. They're so behind the curve. Right there on ramping. They're paying double the amount for spells twice It's insanely, insanely good right there. It lets you survive a lot of different instances, and as you flash it in on your opponent's turn, it's not hit by high noon because you're playing it on your opponent's turn, and you can swing with it. It won't have summoning sickness when it comes back to you. You can swing in with it with the rest of your flyers, and boom. Very, very, very powerful card with Avid Interrupter right there. Extremely good. Then we're going to finish it off with the big angels right here. Exemplar of Light, 2 white and 2 foundations, angel 3/3, flying. Whenever a gain life, put a 1/1 counter, and whenever a 1/1 counter gets put on this card, guess what? You draw a card. Very useful card draw right there. Again, good synergy with Authority of the Consuls or Zora's Spider Fancier, because you immediately, when it comes in or somebody else puts something in, even off turn, it gets a 1/1 counter, you get to draw a card, and you combine that with Giada, it doesn't necessarily have to gain life, it just has to have a 1/1 counter on it, which means that any angel that you put in with Giada is going to come in with a 1/1 counter, so being able to play a 4/4 flying that draws a card when it enters, when you have the Giada on 2 and Exemplar on 3, super, super good curve right there. We love that. Again, kicking in with a lot of these heavy flyers as we go. The last card is the Tither right there. Archangel of Tithes, that cowboy angel, cowgirl angel, I should say. 3 and 1, 3/5. People don't put enough respect on this card. It is another one of these frustrating lockout cards. 3/5 flying. As long as this creature is untapped, creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller plays 1 for each of those creatures. So if they want to attack you, they have to pay 1 for each guy going in. For a big swarm deck, that's hugely that's a lot, especially if you've already made spells more expensive and they're paying more for each spell. Then, as long as this creature is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controller pays 1 for each one attacking. And I always forget that one, and I forget it in the game, so you don't need to leave a comment saying, hey Jay, you forgot that line of text. That one means that if your opponent is tapped out, they do something to try to tap out next turn, and then it's your turn, you swing in, nobody's blocking unless they have available mana. You get 2 of these out and you leave 1 untapped and you are attacking with the other one, they're never going to have enough mana to deal with constant attacking and blocking. It will absolutely lock the game up for them, which is what we want. That's going to be the goal right there. Super good, 3/5. It'll come in bigger as a 4/6 or even bigger with Giada. Synchronizes really nicely with our flying endgame right there. That is our last one, only 4 drops. 20 lands with 4 Sunbillow Verges. You do want to be able to play your High Noon as a finisher if you'd like. Super good stuff right there. That is what we're looking. Angel Lock, 29 creatures, 15 angels, 10 humans. Look at that. With a little bit of spiders, rogues, everything else. 3 instants, 5 enchantments, 24 lands, and a 2.4 average. Mono white, as it were. Really, really interesting. It's not really a control deck. I don't want to call it a control deck. There's no board wipes and there's no counter spells in this. There's not even that much removal. This is a tempo tithing deck. So it is a little bit different than what I usually do. But man, it's a fun way to do angels and really go against anti-meta stuff right now. That is a super good way of getting those wins in. As far as other things you could put in here, yeah, Case of the Uneaten Feast, if you don't want to do Zora Spider Fancier, that makes sense. Wreck Raid is great for enchantments and artifacts or pumping across the board. Seam Rip for a little bit more exile. I did play a couple games with Grand Abolisher, but I felt like it was a little bit redundant. But this is actually a really good card right here for 2 white. Your opponents can't cast spells, activate abilities, or artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Kind of really good against artifact decks, so they don't activate off turn. Super good right there. Especially combined with Voice of Victory, it's just they can never do anything on if it's not their turn. It's a super good one. Rest in peace for your reanimator decks. Sheltered by Ghosts in case you need a little bit more removal, and of course just an OP card that's so ridiculously powerful. It's really, really good. If you wanted to put more removal or better removal into it, another life gain. And Clarion Conqueror, I think people don't appreciate either. This is a 3/3 drop. This almost made the cut right here. 1 white and 2 dragon. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated, period. So anything that needs to be activated just can't be done. So you could put in a lot of things to really frustrate what your opponent is trying to do. Get a lot of that anti-meta tech out of there. Let's get into it, guys. We're ranking up back into Plat Hell. Angel Lock, Mono White. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and don't forget to go right down there and tenderly press that button and like the video. Here we go, guys. All I want is a chance. That's really, I say this a lot. Just give me a chance, man. Just give me a chance to play anything, and I'll be all right. Lock me on 2 mana for the whole game, you know. Yeah, that's Prince money. It's hugely profitable. I I have said this, and people didn't want to hear it. The reason that you have, the reason that this shit exists, the reason that you have Universes Beyond and all these other things and a million products is a capitalistic one. That is a neutral statement. Whether you feel good about this or you feel bad about this is not really the point. It is a completely neutral statement. The reason that you have these this million different types of decks is because it makes money. It makes a load of money, and that is what they want to do, so they're going to do it. There's not a secret plan behind it. There's not a secret fucking agenda. There's not a... It's because of money. When I have... Here's the thing that people, I think, maybe don't often like to hear. The reason a company does anything is because of money. And I think it gets people, oh, they're doing this because of X or because of Y or because of... They come up with all kind of crazy reasons and justifications anything is happening. And the reason their company is ever doing anything is because of money. If you root it back down, that's the company's goal, is to make a ton of money. It's just that's what it is. And again, this is not a criticism per se. You could take it as one if you don't like this, but that's the reason companies do anything, is so they can make tons of money. People like to come up with a lot of different conspiracies about why companies are doing different things, but genuinely, there really isn't one. All right. I'd be shocked if this black deck doesn't have a kill card right now. They'll ease off the gas. The number one thing is what Morrow keeps posting is our internal numbers show that these are successful and profitable, that people want them, and that the products are being bought. As soon as that changes, they will change directions. People vote with their wallets. Obama Sean, how you doing, man? As soon as people say, I'm not buying this product anymore, I do not wish to have it, and it sits on store shelves and they go under, then hey, what's up, Zarek? How you doing? I think Firestorm is not here. That's what I'm worried about. I would rather them ease off the gas right now. They're teetering on the edge right now. They pushed it this year. They're pushing it next year. They're really, really teetering on the edge right now when it comes to what people are going to tolerate. I think they're finding the edge. And I think that if you have a 2027 that's the same as 2026, that's a pretty good reference right there, Turd Gobbler, because that's a deep cut office. Not a lot of people know that Robert California is the Lizard King. Yeah, there's no magic system in the office. That's the problem. Herein lies the issue. All right, there we go. Yeah, I don't. People get upset when you say capitalism is the problem, as if that is some sort of sacrilegious invocation that you've hit. But I mean, it's just the case. It's it. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the root core of that it's the greatest evil in the world. I don't think so. But as a system, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. Specifically late stage, capitalism has a lot of functions. There's a reason that it's been around for a while. Especially growing an economy, it's great for that. It's great for growing an economy from a kind of pre-industrial area to have everyone kind of rush in and push in the capital that is necessary to build up things. The question is when you build up things, after the point where you've built, what do you do to that point? Do you keep you have to have infinite growth, and that's what we're experiencing with right now with Magic, is that infinite growth. This is what infinite growth looks like. It's not. It's gonna look like this in regards to. It's gonna look like this in regards to expanding the product line to the point where people are unhappy with it. So you have to have year after year, dollar after dollar growth. Where do you get it from? It's not easy to find that. You keep pushing, you keep pushing, you keep pushing. Magic literally is unable to stay in the pattern that it was. It stayed there for years, but it's not a tenable situation. Putting out less products, less cards or whatever, none of that is a tenable situation for Magic. They can't do that. They have to keep pushing their product line. They have to keep expanding. It's a necessary thing. So here's where we're at. We're at the point where we have office cards. And people are unhappy about it. To say the least. But again, growth has to happen for Hasbro. It has to happen. They have to be making money hand over fist. They've got to be doing it. There's no escaping it. They've got to be making more money next year than they were this year. If they don't, they're dead. They're in trouble. There we go. Again, the whole point is to be a tempo deck to tax people with it. Everything costs more to pay. You can't get out the what's you want. The guy was chasing good money after bad, if you saw that right there. He kept trying to play a card, and I kept slowing it down until he was obsessed with playing the card, and it was slowed down to the point where it wasn't useful anymore. Yeah, exactly. There's no reason not to churn out 50 sets. You've got a ton of money to... you've got a ton of incentive to do that, so... Yeah, there's so much control out there right now. We have to kind of tempo things. Order of Nylea, going in. Take it, boom. We'll do this. We'll do und Leitstahl. Und Leitstahl. Inquisitere. We're gonna do this. Yeah, what are you gonna exile there, my guy? We're gonna go in with you. Boom. Traveling Chocobo. Commune with beavers. Push. Pop, pop. Might even be a fizz, fizz. Wow, that's pretty impressive. It costs more than a block of silver in equal weight. That's pretty wild. Keep that one. All right. What are we going to do here? Why is Jim abusing the magician? Yeah. Yeah, that was a great one. Why is Jim abusing that magician? The way that Robert California says it. That's good stuff. Good game. He said good game. He said it's over with. All right, good. Oh my goodness. Gobbler, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that, Gobbler. Out of all the things you could have said, you didn't have to say. That one's gonna stick with me. Oh man, that was one of my favorite unglued cards. Remember that when they premiered that one? Yeah, most of the art was blurred out. Oh my god. All right. Grand Abolisher. Let's put down Giada de Laurentiis here. Let's push in, see if he wants to lose it. Alright. A mana would be great, but if not, we'll do Grand Abolisher. Oh, okay, frogs. Interesting. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no. I don't want to know what happened there. I don't want to know what happened there. Iron Spider, Unwinding Clock Deck. Hey, Stella Bravo Actual reporting in. Welcome to the show. He's going to do a fight. Polywallop. Boom. Very nice. Go in. Boom. Exemplar of Light. We don't have it. We'll put down Grand Abolisher. Push in. Again. Boom. We need 1 mana, guys. 1 mana to get the Exemplar, and we're good to go. What does Unwinding Clock do? I'm not familiar with that. I think I've heard of that card. Oh, yeah. That's the combo that fucking goes nuts, right? Paw Patch Formation. Destroy target creature with flying. We'll add that. Boom. Alright, now we're in trouble. Now we're in bad trouble. Boom. Okay. We'll play Avan Interrupter next. To slow him down. Pop. What is the... I don't even want to know what the pitching... I was going to ask what pitching mating habits. I don't even want to know, man. I don't even want to know. Alright, we'll go with Archangel of Tithes. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Tithes. Hopefully this survives. Blue. Long River, Long Worker. Creature deals damage. You may return it. Can't be stopped. Oh, somebody fucked up. Somebody fucked up. Let's do no attacks. Let's end the turn. Blue. Going in? Nope, he's not going in. He can't attack unless he has mana. Boom. Long River, Long Worker. Boom. Boom. I think he's got it there, yeah. Nope. Still not enough mana. Still not enough mana to do what he needs to do there. Can't do it. Can't be done. Boom, boom. Hey, what's up, Damon Geppetto? And friends. How you doing, Mars? Got him. Thank you, Archangel of Tithes. Boof. There we go. Look at that. Whoa, Black Betty. Hey, thank you so much, Ryan Godfrey. Yeah, it's a really good deck. I like it a lot, man. I was very happy with the Parker Luck deck. Isn't there a white knight upon the fiery steed? Late at night. Oh, he's going to beat the shit out of me. I have no removal and he's green on the fucking play with ramp, so he's going to beat the fucking dog shit out of me right here. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, man, he's going to fucking pummel the fuck out of me. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do Vav. Probably a immediate banishment to the Phantom Zone here. Probably a Sheltered by Ghosts or something. Yep, immediately. I knew it. Immediately, which is, as you guys know, as fast as a meteor goes. That's what immediately means. Yes, they have to pay to attack me. And they have to pay to block. Which is a problem. Boom, boom. This. This. Oh yeah, well I guess when they had no mana I could have swung in on them. That was a good point, Asmaran. I kept thinking to myself, wait, no, they have to pay 1 to block me, or I have to... I can't ever fucking remember. Oh my god, 2 Shelts. God damn it. God damn it. I told you he was gonna beat the shit out of me. I told you he was gonna beat the fucking cowboy shit out of me. I had no removals and he had this immediately. He had so much shit right away. Yeah, I kept thinking it did something different. Professor Blue. Alright. Put down Zora. Archangel of Tithes is just one of those cards that people don't ever play, and I feel like, yeah, you should. It's really good, believe it or not. No attacks, white. If I get a mana here, I think I'm in good shape. He might hit a removal on me right now. Suplex, boom, there you go. Great stuff. We're gonna put you down. Go ahead and pop. I keep not hitting these fucking land drops, bro. Come on, man. I keep getting stuck at fucking 2, bro. Big issue. Keep getting fucking stuck at 2, man. I don't know why that keeps happening to me. Lightstall. Okay, so we put down Zora. We put down you, tap you. We put down you. Trigger, trigger. It's gonna fuck somebody up there. And then watch this. Whoop. With mobilize. What do they got? got in their fucking hand? Oh, shit. Let's say creature. Oh, we can't say creature. We can't say creature. We have to say enchantment. Boom. Boom. Pretty wide board for 2 mana, guys, huh? God damn it. I don't know if I did. I get a lot of comments and I can't always read them all. But I don't know if I saw the improvements yet. I'll take a look though. I read every comment. It takes a while to get to all of them. Nanoform Sentinel. All right, we're locked in here pretty good. He's not getting removed. Ooh, that fucked things up pretty good. Okay. Gonna do 2. He wants to kill that, but he knows he should go after me. I've never seen anybody use fire magic successfully there, but all right, fantastic. You have to pay 1 for each attacking creature, my guy. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's end web. Yes. We're gonna end web itself. And we're gonna say sorcery. The next set drops in about 6 weeks, in a November 15th or thereabouts. Oh, well, thank you so much, Geppetto. I'm glad you rated me, man. Magic can be frustrating, but I'm in too deep now, man. I'm in too deep. Oger Axonil, very nice. Ping, pop. He can't swing. Nope, you can't swing. Oh, he can swing. How can you slap? How can you slap? There you go. Venom, Black Venom. Alright, we're gonna do that. Boom. I had a bunch of pack opening shorts to put up for you today, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be Avatar Stella Bravo, actual, believe it or not. It's gonna be it's gonna be Avatar The Last Airbender. I have not seen very many powerful cards in it, but it looks like it's a fun set. It looks like it has some interesting mechanics. And it's a well-loved and cherished part of a lot of people's things. I don't really have any... At the bare minimum, Black Mansupa. Black Mansupa. Oof. Lightstall, and they go first. I'll keep it. Why not? But Plat Hell is always hell. Plat Hell is called Plat Hell for a reason. It's not called Plat Hell as a joke. It's called Plat Hell because it's hell. Platinum is the grease trap of Magic cards, because every other set, every other rank, you can get 2 pips for winning, and if you can't get 2 pips for winning in Platinum, so you end up here. A lot of people end up stuck there. So a lot of people end up stuck. They can't advance. They're fighting. It's where things really become a melee. It's not easy to get to Diamond. Diamond, it's a little harder to get to. But yeah, Plat Hell is, it's real. Yeah, Avatar has a magic system. Again, to follow Jay's rules of magic. Avatar has an actual magic system. It's called bending, and we're gonna see some of that bending in the game. You know, and that's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be good. Golem. Tithes. Boom. Probably a kill card. Weapons manufacturing. Relic Wary. Caretaker's talent. Double the amount. Artifact. Boom. Yeah, Bitter Blossom. I think people are going to be definitely more excited for. I think people are definitely going to be more excited for Lorwyn. I think Lorwyn was is a much beloved set, but who knows, man? You know, who knows? This is really boring. This guy somehow figured out some way to make something as interesting and as dynamic as weapons manufacturing into a boring control deck. That's honestly impressive. Oh, and I'm flooding now too. To turn something as dynamic and complicated as a weapons manufacturing deck into a fucking boring ass tedious control deck it takes skill, man. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It seems like this is really hard because it's gonna be 3 hours before this kills me. I honestly just might scoop because it's so boring. There's another weapons manufacturing. There you go. It takes a strong man to say, hey, I would like my dynamic, interesting, diverse deck to be boring as shit and nothing to happen. You know, that takes a vision. That takes a bold vision. To come in and be like, how do I make this fucking the worst thing ever and so boring that it takes 20 minutes to do, and locks out everyone from the board. So that's good. That's, we have to give credit where credit is due. Let me draw mana right here real quick just to seal the deal. Oh, there's Giada. Yeah, good job on that guy for taking an interesting concept deck idea and grinding it to dust into the boring Omatic. Good work. Yeah, it's hard to get that off, man. The thing is that it does work, but when you don't get it or it's flopping around, you can never get there. It's very tricky to do. Yeah, it's not easy to tutor enchantments. The munitions deck, I think, is better paired as a support. Like, if you build your entire deck around munitions, I feel like it's going to be inconsistent. Oh yeah, you know why we haven't been winning? This guy hasn't been here. That's why. You need to actually have him on the board to buff him. You don't need to unplot him, but if you plot him, you play him and then start playing stuff on that. Ops goes first, man. I'd love to go first one of these days. Yeah, he needs to actually be on the board for him to do any good. That's the main thing. Case the enemy, we're gonna do this. Have an interrupter. He may play a kill card here, although he probably will start building. Probably gonna start building boost, yeah, that's what I thought. You're gonna do this. We're gonna get him with Avon. Up. Do that. We're gonna chain Avon on him here, because I know he's gonna be up to something. Boom, 2 on a banger right there, alright. Dream of lunar convocation. Dream of lunar convocation. Hardcore, softcore. Scrape. Interrupt. Play this ability as an interrupt. Yeah. Frustrated him there. Yeah, that's why we weren't winning. Avon fucking wasn't getting in the business here. Alright, absolute last one, and we'll shake and break it. Ops goes first. Man, I'd love to go first one of these days. I'd love it. I don't ever like seeing... Ooh, I know what you're trying to do here. Let's do Authority right away. Spider Fancier into Lightstall Inquisitor, and then into a Voice of Victory. We're gonna attack some of these creatures coming out. Let's get Spider Fancier. See if we can get the counterspell off on them. Boom. That goes in slow. Alright. Voice of Victory is going to be great. If we can actually get it out, it's going to be really good because it limits his counterspell opportunities until he deals with it, and that slows him down. Again, the whole idea is to slow. Spyglass Siren, very nice. Gives me a life. Boom. Let a mana off him there. I'll take it. Boom. I'm gonna outgun you in life, that's the thing. I'm gonna outgun you in life. I do need like some sort of angel. Ooh, the Boroid, Mr. Boroid himself. We gotta kill him lickety split quick. We gotta kill him lickety split quick right there. We're absolutely gonna trade. It's a great idea to trade. Do Voice of Victory. Kill on you. Do not want you playing that shit. Push you in. Boom, boom, boom. You're on the play 16. It's every day. The variance balancing out. Yeah, I'm on the play a lot. I'm on the, not on the play. I'm on the draw fucking a lot. I feel like way more than average. I'm on the draw. More Boroid comes in taps. Is he gonna swing? Bumps one. Ooh, that's bad, ladies and gentlemen. That's real bad. That is the flood right there. That's 11 cards. 6 out of the 11 cards we had are fucking mana. That is officially Screw City USA right there. God damn, bro. Son of a bitch, man. Could have been anything. Could have been anything in the world, and we got that shit. Son of a bitch, man. Serac, he comes in. He's gonna come in tapped. Both gonna come in fucking tapped. Do this. Man, that is not good. That is not good. No, we're fucked now. We're fucked now. It doesn't matter. Ah, oh, these floods, man, they're getting me, man. Every time I'm ahead, every time I'm fucking ahead, the game says, hey, and ghouls. That is a terrible, terrible opener. That is better, but not by much. I'm gonna go real spicy on it. We're gonna do you. I get to be on the play. Giada next. A little bit of a slow hand for him then. Times we move that down. So if we don't get a mana next, I think we're gonna die. He's probably gonna kill Giada. We won't get a mana, and then we'll be locked out of the game. Oh, look, we got it. Look at that. Reanimator? Elmer Cat's Reanimator. It's Reanimator, for sure. Voice of Victory. Basic land. Oh. I don't know what he's running down here. Running down a dream. I guess he's not happy with where we headed here. That's going to be 11 damage next turn. He's searching for a basic land, but now he's sandbagging. I'm going to throw one of these back to my hand. Alright, what do we want here? Instant. Okay. My man had a bad run there. My man had a bad run. He had a bad run on that one. Yeah, this guy, he either disconnected or he's roping because he's sad about it. Yeah. All right. I think we proved our point. Positive, good runs here. Yeah, not bad. I'm pretty happy with the way it performed, to be honest with you. I'm happy with it. A mono white Angel Lock deck. I don't know if we call it taxes or we call it Angel Lock. Don't know which one. Solid performance. You kind of need to get the right line of cards, but you'll get it into where you need it to be, for sure. It combines flyers and tempo to really slow your opponent and get him out, get him right where you need him. So happy with the mono white right there. I do like it. Yeah.